A mass shooting devastates a California community. Marvel Comics visionary Stan Lee is dead at 95, and Democrat Bob Menendez wins a heated Senate race in New Jersey. All this and more on this episode of Hawk TV News. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hawk TV News. I'm Haley Gasparine.
And I'm Mike Fazzino. A gunman opened fire at the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks, California on November 7th. Authorities identified the gunman as former Marine Ian David Long. 12 people were killed and at least 12 more were injured. Upon law enforcement's entry into the bar, Long had committed suicide. Friends described Long as a stable man and were surprised to find out he was the gunman. Investigators are still searching for a motive.
New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed new gun control legislation. This new bill intends to ban the use of ghost guns classified as firearms that are easily assembled using untraceable components. The bill also outlaws 3D printable guns in the state of New Jersey. New Jersey continues to be one of the strictest states on gun control.
Incumbent New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez beat Republican challenger Bob Hugin on November 6th. Democratic Senator Menendez has served since 2006 and will be sworn in for a third term as U.S. Senator starting January 2019.
For facts over fiction, for inclusion over division, for hard work over ripping people off. We are strong. We are New Jersey.
According to preliminary data, the Senate race in New Jersey generated more than 900,000 more votes than the 2014 Senate race. Approximately 2.7 million voters cast their ballot in the New Jersey midterm elections. Menendez received an estimated 1.4 million votes compared to Hugin's 1.2 million.
In New Jersey, Democrats claimed at least 3 of Republican-held U.S. House of Representatives seats. According to the Associated Press, Democrats hold 225 seats, while Republicans hold 197 House seats. However, 13 House seats will remain undecided. Meanwhile, in the United States Senate, the Republicans hold 51 seats, while the Democrats control 47 seats. Florida, Montana, and Texas are still undecided.
After more than a year of public criticism by President Trump, Attorney General Jeff Sessions has resigned. In his letter, Sessions stated that he was leaving at the president's request on November 7th. Sessions' Chief of Staff, Matt Whitaker, will act as the interim Attorney General. By law, Whitaker can serve as acting AG for up to 210 days. Trump thanked Sessions on Twitter, then announced that a permanent replacement would be nominated at a later date.
Multiple wildfires at both ends of California have killed at least 42 people. More than 200 people remain missing. The fires started in the Northern Californian town of Paradise and have so far forced 250,000 people to leave their homes. Firefighters are currently struggling to contain the fire as strong winds continue to serve as a major catalyst. More than 7,000 single-family residences and other structures were destroyed by the Camp Fire in the northern part of the state. As a result of the Woolsey Fire in Southern California, famous Malibu mansions have been burned to the ground, and the Los Angeles Zoo is rushing to protect the animals from the smoke. Officials have stated that this is the deadliest wildfire season in California history.
Marvel Comics co-founder Stan Lee has died at the age of 95. Lee co-founded the comic book company in 1939 and over the years worked as a writer, editor, illustrator, producer, publisher, and occasional actor. Lee created some of the most iconic superheroes, including Captain America, Spider-Man, and the X-Men. News of Lee's passing has led to an outpouring of support from celebrities around the world, including Ryan Reynolds and Robert Downey Jr., who have starred in the Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
Shopping on Black Friday can be hectic and overwhelming. We now go to Emily Blazer with Stress-Free Shopping Spree.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and you know what that means. The Black Friday shopping frenzy is almost here. Black Friday shoppers know how stressful the experience can be if you are not prepared. I'm here today to share a few tips on how to maximize your Black Friday shopping trip and help you score some of the best deals. First and foremost, it's important to have a plan of action before hitting the mall. You should have an idea of which stores you would like to go to beforehand rather than wandering aimlessly the day of looking for places to go. Next, you should make a detailed list of items you need. This will require some planning, but will ultimately save you time and money on Black Friday. After you've completed these pre-shopping steps, grab your lists and head to the mall. When you're out and about, make sure you stick to your list and, more importantly, your budget. When retailers get you in their stores, they offer more discounts on items you may not have put on your shopping list. It can be tempting to buy things when they're on sale, but try not to buy too many items just because the price is right. And to make your trip to the mall less hectic, avoid bringing little ones if possible. Since stores are likely to be very crowded with hundreds of shoppers, it is easy to get separated from children. I would recommend getting a babysitter for the day. Above all else, be patient. Black Friday is the busiest shopping day of the year, and you should expect to wait on lines and walk through crowded aisles. If all of this sounds too stressful for you, try shopping online. Cyber Monday has taken off in recent years, and most stores offer similar discounts online as they do in stores. You can skip the crazy shopping experience and have your holiday gifts delivered right to your door instead. At the end of the day, it's up to you how you maximize your holiday shopping, but I hope these tips come in handy. Remember to go in with a plan, and I'll assure you that you'll be just fine. Happy shopping. Back to you guys at the desk.
We have to take a short break, but stay tuned for more Hawk TV News.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Listen.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize,
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize,
Unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just
Listen.
In Trenton, New Jersey, a coalition of environmental groups has gathered outside of the State House to fight against climate change. The protesters announced the start of a 2-week-long fasting period known as Climate Fast NJ. The movement is meant to pressure Governor Phil Murphy into signing a ban on new fossil fuel infrastructure projects in New Jersey. These include a natural gas pipeline stretching from Pennsylvania to Mercer County, as well as a power plant in Hudson County. Both proposals have been put on hold during the protests.
Former CNN host Larry King recently criticized the CNN network for focusing more on President Donald Trump and less on other news. King was an on-air host for his show, Larry King Tonight, for over 25 years. He recently blasted the corporation for no longer reporting newsworthy stories. Instead, he claims that CNN only reports about Trump and stated that the company stopped reporting news a long time ago.
6 cases of measles have been confirmed in the Ocean County. The outbreak in Lakewood is speculated to be from a person who recently got back from Israel. Since the outbreak began, hundreds of people have gotten the measles vaccine. Those who visited Shoal Satmar Chemd Health Center, the office of Dr. Ilienberg, or Four Corners Bagel and Cafe between October 28th and November 1st may have been exposed to the outbreak. Symptoms include rash, high fever, and watery eyes. Those infected could develop symptoms as late as November 22nd and should contact a medical professional if they think They have been exposed to the outbreak.
President Trump suspended CNN chief White House correspondent Jim Acosta's press access after a heated exchange during a press conference. Acosta tweeted that he was denied access to the White House on November 7th. He stated that on CNN that President Trump called him a rude, terrible person for asking a question about immigration. Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders stated that Acosta put his hands on the White House intern while trying to keep the microphone. A version of the exchange has been released through social media depicting the incident and was shared by Sanders. The White House is standing by the legitimacy of the video, while some other news outlets are claiming it was manipulated.
Google is planning on adding a new office complex in New York City. The tech giant has over 7,000 employees currently working in its Chelsea offices. The new property will be located on Manhattan's west side and would allow Google to double its workforce in the city. This announcement came following Amazon's plan to build its own New York City headquarters, but Google has stated its increasing workforce is the reason for the second location. Google's new complex is expected to be completed by 2022.
We have to take another short break, but stay tuned for more Hawk TV News.
Today, I will be dead. I can't go on any longer. Nobody even knows I exist. They pass through me like air, like nothingness. That's what I am. Nothing.
We now go to Carla Villa discussing her study abroad experience and its benefits.
When I started college, I never imagined that I would one day have the opportunity to take courses in another country far from home. But once I transferred to Monmouth, I was introduced to the study abroad program. Although I was hesitant to take the chance, I wanted to gain new and different experiences, get out of my comfort zone, and be able to go to Europe, which has been my dream. I eventually decided to apply, and now I can say it was the best decision of my life. I jumped on a plane to Cádiz, Spain this past summer and embarked on an unforgettable journey. Studying abroad has many benefits. It is an incredible resume builder. Many of my professors and advisors are very impressed with me studying abroad and helped me obtain my peer learning assistant position, as well as applying to be a global mentor. It provides students with a unique first-hand introduction to another culture, which makes me stand out from the rest. You learn a lot about yourself and get the chance to meet new and interesting people. I learned I can handle myself no matter what circumstance I am placed. For example, learning to get around in a city I have never been before, which was nerve-wracking at first, but I learned to enjoy the adventure. I was able to work with orphan teenagers from Africa, which taught me to value life and have empathy for others. Monmouth offers study abroad opportunities in Argentina, Australia, England, Germany, Italy, and Spain. Head over to the Global Education Office located in the Student Center for more information. I'm sure glad I did. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanksgiving is approaching fast, and Naja Pryor has some tips to help you get through the holiday.
Hey guys, welcome to Turkey Day Tips. Now I know this holiday is supposed to be about being thankful, but all we really care about is the big family dinner, right? I know I do. So I'm here to give you some tips to get the most out of Turkey Day. Number one is to eat a light breakfast. Once dinner comes, I usually get seconds, so I try to stick to cereal, toast, or something that's just enough to hold me over. Number 2 is helping out in the kitchen. I know from experience this is helpful in 2 ways. First, you get to be a taste tester. And second, if you've helped out in the kitchen, no one will be mad if you're the first in line to make a plate. Number 3 is to prepare a dish. This is for those of you who are feeling especially generous or who are great cooks. Warning, if you are not a great cook, I suggest you stick to something simple or just skip this tip. You do not want to be the cousin who messed up the macaroni and cheese. Number 4 is to wear comfy clothes. I know everyone wants to look cute for the Instagram and Facebook posts, but no one is on social media anyway because we're all having family time. If it is dire that you dress to impress that day, you can change after all the photos. I usually wear a nice sweater and some form of leggings or sweats to support my food baby. Last but not least, number 5, which is enjoy yourself. Thanksgiving is supposed to be fun and happy. Whether you're with family, friends, or complete strangers, make sure you have a good time, laugh, joke, and whatever you do, stay away from touchy subjects. That's all I have for today's Turkey Day tips. Back to you guys at the desk.
Pinterest recently redesigned its feed interface. The platform launched a feature in March to serve as a dedicated friend feed where users can follow others' posts. Pinterest has since changed this feature from a tiled image approach to a single column of images and posts similar to Instagram's popular style. With the new design, Pinterest is placing emphasis on quality over quantity in an effort to bring more relevance to individual images. The column approach is designed to improve navigation on mobile devices and provide easy-to-follow recommendations.
Samsung unveiled its foldable phone technology called Infinity Flex Display. The phone will feature a tablet-sized screen but can be folded to fit into a pocket. Users will be able to run up to 3 applications simultaneously in a multi-active window. Google is working closely with Samsung and providing advice for the developers. Samsung says it will begin mass-producing the Infinity Flex Display in a matter of months.
We have to take another short break, but be sure to stay tuned for more Hawk TV News.
Listen.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize
Unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just
Listen.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Bye-bye. Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
After school today, I will be dead. I can't go on any longer. Nobody even knows I exist. They pass through me like air, like nothingness. That's what I am. Nothing.
We now go to Michaela Lasser for the latest in entertainment news.
Hey guys, Michaela here with your latest entertainment news. Starting you off with celebrity news. Actress Gabrielle Union Wade and NBA star Dwayne Wade recently welcomed their first child together after Gabrielle opened up about having multiple miscarriages in her book called We're Going to Need More Wine. Gabrielle Union Wade posted a picture of the three saying, "A lovely day. We are sleepless and delirious, but so excited to share that our miracle baby arrived last night via surrogate, and November 7th will forever be etched in our hearts as the most loveliest of all the lovely days. Welcome to the party, sweet girl." Very happy to see the two and their new baby girl. Congrats to the couple on their first child together. Moving on to another celebrity, Kylie Jenner posted a video on Instagram of her coming home to a house full of roses. She didn't exactly specify who they came from, but fans are assuming it was Travis Scott. After this cute incident, Travis Scott went on his Astro World tour and brought his daughter Stormy on stage with him during his pre-show in Maryland. Had to have been the cutest daddy-daughter moment. At the tour, Kylie Jenner sold exclusive Astro World lip kits. Smart move, Kylie. But to end off with TV news, here's 3 movies that are now playing in theaters: Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, The Girl in the Spiderweb, and In a Relationship. That's all the entertainment news for today. Back to you guys in the studio.
We now go to our sports desk where Kel Grant has an exciting recap on Monmouth sports.
Welcome back to your weekly sports update. Let's take a look at how your Hawks are doing. The women's soccer team's season came to a close following a shutout of 2-0 by Virginia in the first round of the NCAA tournament. This was Monmouth's 3rd consecutive and 6th overall NCAA tournament appearance. Monmouth goalie Amanda Knauber equaled her career high with 8 saves in the first 45 minutes. The team ends their 2018 season with a record of 16-4-1, which is the program's most wins since 2013. The field hockey team falls into overtime at William & Mary. Senior Georgia Garden Bashop registered her 2nd goal with 6 minutes and 31 seconds left, but William & Mary scored shortly after before connecting the game winner into overtime. This marks the final game for the graduating class of Georgia Garden Bashop, Alyssa Oken, Kelly Hanna, and Gab Gerardi. Finally, Monmouth's football team lost to Kennesaw State University in the Big South Championship 51-14. Monmouth was ahead 14-7 in the second quarter. However, the Kennesaw Owls scored the next 6 touchdowns. Monmouth is now 7-3 and will be traveling to Gardner-Webb for their next game. For more sports updates, check out the Extra Point right here on Hawk TV. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kel. That's all for this week of Hawk TV News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Fazzino.
And I'm Haley Gasparine. Be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Hawk TV News.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm a big college student.
Oh, me too.
Awesome. What are you gonna do over winter break?
I was gonna watch some Netflix, but I'm like really tired of Netflix.
Same. I wish there was something new to watch online.
Me too, but what could it be?
Hawk.
Space.
TV.
Space.
MU.
Enter.
So M Factor is basically a take on X Factor. So we have performers either just with their music or they have their guitars or pianos. It's basically a talent competition. One person gets voted off every week. We try to do different themes, and I think the season's been going pretty well. We have a really great act, and I can't wait to see what next week brings.
My name is Christopher Sabatino. I'm the director of tonight's program. So basically I just look at the monitor here and see which camera shots look good, and while I'm looking at those, I decide which ones to go do. Then I tell the technical director who sits in the chair over there which cameras to cut to.
Are you working the Steadicam tonight?
I am.
What does that entail?
It entails a lot of steady hands and a lot of watching my back so I don't run into Dylan. He's on the other camera and he likes getting in my way. Camera away. Put that glove away. Starting up, you guys all ready?
The Extra Point is Hawk TV's only sports show, and what I love about The Extra Point is that it allows people to really come on and talk about what they're passionate in, and that's sports.
When I first got here, I didn't really know what to expect. It was really a fun time. This is the most fun I've had in college so far. It's really not as competitive as people will think it is. I've been on air for almost every episode of Extra Point.
Unscripted debate is probably the best format for sports shows today, and I think that's what's growing. So more than anything else, The Extra Point just provides people to come on Hawk TV to talk about what they love, and that's sports.
Tony Lynn, what's it like being a producer?
It's so much fun, especially when I get to work with Matt.
Oh shit, no one wants to work with that. You put in a lot of work, try and get your moves right. You want to make the show look as smooth as possible. You don't want choppy zooms in and out. You want to make it look like the camera's not even there. This is my first time at The Extra Point. I'm just saying, I'm coming back now. They've got me hooked.
I control this switcher right here, and I pretty much make the what the director says happen.
Start your move, slowly zoom out, and fade to black. Gorgeous. That is how it's done. We make big TV here. We practice, we execute, we get paid.
Nick, that's all right. I throw a couple of 15-second PSAs in there, and we're good.
Done.
Yeah.
You're done. Make sure you get the point.
So, Triple Scoop is a show that me and my two great friends produce. Show about where we talk about entertainment. People call us the entertainment show. We have one segment about movies, one segment about TV, and we have one segment about music. Literally whatever you want to do, you do it. If you mess up, you mess up. That's what this is for.